Hello, Virgo. Welcome to my channel, Winged Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you. Tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers are always welcome. So, hope this reading finds you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. All right, Virgo, the overall energy of this reading is Capricorn, the devil. This looks like codependency, toxic relationships, addictions, obsessions. What does Virgo need to know about the devil? What does Virgo need to know about this toxic energy? Feels like it's a toxic way of relating. Five of Swords. Boy, that is toxic. Feels like someone wants to win at any cost. I need to win. I need to be perceived as the victor. All right, so this feels like trauma bonds. This feels like winning at any cost. Needing to be right. Looks like someone's exploring their options. Someone's seeing... I get the feeling that there's this fight. You're embroiled in a fight with someone. And it feels like there's another option here. Another way of viewing this. Another perspective that maybe another direction. Doesn't feel like anybody is really going to win. Not in this type of energy. They might have win a battle, but this is war, and it just keeps going back and forth. No one ever really wins in this type of energy. So even if at the time you are victorious, or someone looks victorious, it's a hollow victory. Because it's a closed loop system and just repeats. Yeah, it feels like anybody stuck in this repetitive toxic energy is abandoning themselves. Fives have very easy answers. The Five of Swords, it appears this person has won, but really this person who walks away is the victor. Just not engaging in this activity. Detaching from, recognizing that this is me abandoning myself. In the Five of Pentacles, the easy answer is that this person is outside, feeling wounded, feeling cold, feeling separate. But right behind them is an easy answer. It's shelter, stability, warmth. This person is choosing to perceive themselves in a way that keeps them from what they really want, which is protection, stability, guidance, what everybody wants, generally. So it looks like we're talking about maybe practice this behavior of toxic fighting, infighting, where you leave yourself. It doesn't feel like you're very conscious when you fight. It feels like you might be going into an expanded state. I know when I have been in these type of energies, I am not my best self. I do not think very well from this space because I'm in fight or flight. I'm fighting. I'm not making chess decisions. I don't have, in that space, I don't have access to my intuition. So it's all about surviving this moment. And in surviving a moment, you give yourself a lot of permission to not be your best version because you're in survival mode. You're abandoning your beliefs, you're abandoning, you're in survival mode. And so you are not perceiving things accurately. Everything is coming through the lens of fight or flight, freeze, fawn. And so it's not a great space to be tactical or think about what your long-term goals are, because some type of emotions and energy are activated that feels like the people involved in this just get out of control in this expanded state where they're not themselves. And if you are connecting with someone who is in that expanded state, to relate to them, to understand, to communicate, connect with them, you have to join them in that energy. And so you take on and become that energy. All right. Anything else that would help Virgo? Someone's trying to force a reality, force a perception. This is the way things are. This is the way I see it. And it feels like that might be causing the disruption here. There's a need to walk away, even though this has like emotional ties. You don't want this fight, is what I'm getting. What do we need to know about this person who's bringing the fight? What would allow Virgo to make the best decisions around this, regarding this issue? When this person brings this argument to you, it feels like it really hits your emotions, and that's the key to I am not in my right mind to process this. There's too many emotions around this for me to perceive this in a grounded way. When you're in your emotions, when you're in your fire, when this energy comes in, I'm getting that you're not seeing something. There's something that you're not seeing, and to not act on this. There's something hidden here. And when this person says something, has some perspective that they perceive as the only perspective, the only truth, it doesn't feel like this is the time or place with the expanded energies and emotions to deal with this. There's something you're not seeing, and I just keep getting a message that you don't want this fight. There's something you're missing. There's a need to respond differently to, it feels like you've already started another cycle, and this person coming in is kind of trying to pull you back into an old energy, an old way of being. There's a need to just allow that old energy to die away. It feels like it's getting super loud in this reading. So before a belief system, before something perishes, before it disintegrates, it gets super loud. In your face. In your face. And this energy is super loud and in your face to see. Do I still have attachments to this argument? Do I still not understand what this is about, or have I transcended this? Am I ready to start another way of being, start a new cycle? This is showing up so you can see and decide, do I want to go back and continue with this way of relating with others, or do I want to start a new way of being? So you've got to continue to focus on where you're headed and invest in the reality that you prefer, and to detach from these type of energies. Someone is feeling very unstable. It's interesting, like there's a lot of matches that you might unconsciously have with this person. They know how to get you, they're a perfect match, so you can find any last belief system that keeps you locked in this type of toxic way of relating. For some of you, it feels like this is very destabilizing. It feels like you're being judged. Maybe you are being judged. Okay, so this feels like a lot of criticism. It feels like this criticism coming towards you is a really painful reflection that's really hard. It feels like there might be some pieces in this reflection that would be helpful for you to have and understand about yourself, but it's mixed with a lot of stuff that's not yours as well. And so it feels like there's a lot of energy being projected at you. Someone is feeling very unstable, and they don't know how to process this, and it feels like they're bringing you into their unhappiness, into their toxicity. Yeah, there's a real need for patience here, to employ Sagittarius energy, balance, alchemize these energies, alchemize your emotions that are coming up, be patient with yourself. It doesn't feel like you're in your best self if this person is kind of goading you, trying to get you to feel, that's what it might feel like from within, trying to get you to abandon yourself, abandon the direction you've been focusing on. All right, let's look deeper into this and what's hidden. We have judgment in reverse. This is someone's really judging you, really criticizing you. It feels like it's hard to have this reflection. It feels like having someone say or project this version of you, it feels like it's sending you into fight or flight. A lot of emotions coming up, a lot of unhappiness. Feels like someone, oh, beautiful, lovely. So someone, it feels like their shadow is being exposed, and they can't have it. They don't know how to process it. They don't know how to see themselves in a less than, love and light view. And so they're passing on this criticism, this judgment. For some of you, there's some of that in there. Just someone who doesn't know how to process things. Uncomfortable emotions, and they don't know how to sit with the discomfort, and instead they kind of become embodied, become those uncomfortable emotions, and project a lot towards others. This activity is brutal, cruel, hurtful. I get this. You don't want to be a part of this. You don't want to abandon your senses, abandon yourself, and be a part of what this is creating. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Tower reversed. This person is trying to, their reality is collapsing. Nothing that they're doing is working. The way they perceive their reality, it's not computing anymore. And they're fighting for a false reality, a false perspective, a way that they're relating. I have a great deal of compassion for everybody, not just the viewer, not just the person that you're dealing with, but everybody in this story. It feels like shadows are the veil that we have, that we've created, where we can't see our shadow aspects. It feels like our defense mechanism, so we can't see uncomfortable truths about ourselves, are being pulled away. We're having to deal with uncomfortable aspects of ourselves. And it looks like there are people who just don't know how to integrate and have uncomfortable truths about themselves. And so instead they go back into what they know, which is just toxic ways of making themselves feel better for just a little bit by, I am right, you're wrong, I am right. Oh, it's a soothing, I am right, the way I'm perceiving things is right, and this person is wrong. Their reality, this person is having a very difficult time accepting really uncomfortable truths about themselves. Right now, maybe we all are going through this, but what I'm perceiving is someone really in pain and in maladaptive strategies. Yeah, their reality is collapsing. And what I'm getting, the messages I'm getting is, don't add your energy to this. Just pull your energy away, alchemize whatever is coming up for you, and keep focusing on the direction you're going, the new direction that you're headed. Outcome and advice is the Page of Swords. You're definitely reworking things. We've got the Fibonacci sequence here. It looks like you're adding things together in a new way that makes much more sense. So 0 and 1 equals 1. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8. It feels like you're finding some type of way of being that you're reconnecting the dots in a different way. Feels much more you. The way you're adding things up, the way you're perceiving yourself is new. You're allowing a new perspective to come in. It feels slow going and a little uncomfortable because you're not re-engaging in an activity that you might have mindlessly, just unconsciously gotten into a fight with someone and abandoned yourself, abandoned who you prefer, how you prefer to show up. And so it's slow going, figuring out a new way of being, a new way of relating to people. There's a maturity here. And there's also recognizing karma when someone is experiencing lesson. They're in lesson. Karma isn't a punishment. Karma is merely what you put out, you get back. And so when it comes back to you, are you aware enough to recognize, oh, I did not like that. I know I have done that type of behavior before, so I'm going to stop doing that activity so I stop having that in my reality. It's supposed to help you learn, and it's a teaching mechanism. And so it feels like there's a real opportunity here for you to take control of your wheel of karma, to not make this out to be a story about you being victimized by someone, but taking control of things, figuring out a different way of relating. And by doing that, you have a lot of success, public success, up on your high horse, doing well, understanding things. Yeah, I'm getting that if you engage in this, it's going back into where you prefer not to be. Such great, juicy information here. So hopefully this is helpful, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all so much for your kind comments and how you support me in this channel. I really appreciate my Virgo crowd. Take care. Bye.